Hit that button.
That's the start of the VOD, by the way, because right after I clicked, I said, "Where's that button?" Because I was looking to start the recording for the VOD, and then you said that. So that's the opening for the VOD for this game.
Huzzah! FourCourtJester
Congratulations.
DJ.
Yeah. So we're going into game 2 of this series of Aeon United versus Awesome Explosion minus Loli. It looks like Talon is going to be the first
Probably gonna
ban.
be the same for.
Kha'Zix being banned as well. Nidalee being banned. I mean, Tripe's hard counters Nidalee's, but it takes him so much effort to do it that he would rather just not have to worry about it.
That goes at least.
Elise being banned as well.
No more of that. But seriously, somebody needs to go back and screen cap that with a Benny Hill music.
Yeah, man, I'm sure that highlight will get made. By the way, if anyone makes any highlights of anything Dominion, I'm Gandair. Link them to me, tweet them at me. I'm at VatoClan.
I'm sorry, it's just Stormfall. It's like, dude, you target ban us, we target ban you.
Yeah,
Too good.
it's pretty amusing.
All right, picks and bans. The next 6 coming our way.
Here we go.
All right, serious face.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're really the only kind of big streamer name I know that's actually weathered the test of time for Dominion. I mean, obviously Feedski and all that, but you've been doing a lot of the YouTube work, sir, and we do appreciate that.
Yeah, if you guys, like I said, if you guys ever make highlights or anything of Dominion, clips of Dominion anything, like, link them to me. I want to make a playlist of Dominion highlights. And if you're on YouTube, the way that works is I can make a playlist on my channel, and then when they view the playlist on my channel, it will take them to the video on your channel, so you still get all the channel hits from it. And it just puts them all in one convenient place, so that they can go to the VatoClan YouTube channel, and they can go to the playlist that says Dominion Highlights, and I can add your videos to the playlists, and you get the view counts for them, and it makes it simple for everyone to keep track of where to go for Dominion stuff. So let's work together and get the media out to the masses. You can tweet at me at VatoClan if you ever make highlight clips or anything like that. Like, the community we love highlight clips, man. If you have a play you think was good, anything like that, feel free to link it to us. Feel free to stop by the in-game chat, by the way, which I'm actually going to plug that really quickly here. Where is it at? Yeah. This, you're going to see just for a moment here. In the bottom left corner, Dominate Dominion chat room. It only fits 200 people in it because there's a limit on how many people can be in a chat room.
We're at 199.
Yeah, so you might not be able to get in right now, but just for future reference, in order to join a chat channel in-game, you go to the bottom right corner, click Chat Rooms and Control Panel there. You go up and click Create or Join a public chat room, and in the field you type in Dominate Dominion, and that's where all the Dominion players hang out, is in this chat channel. That's where we hang out, do in-houses, things like that, all that good stuff.
Good learning tool as well. Like, you want to get much better at Dominion, very friendly community.
Yeah.
A lot of those big names that do guides over at the LoLPro, they're here in chat. I mean, they are accredited members of the Dominate Dominion. They're always hanging out in the chat. They're always watching the streams. It's really easy to learn community. So
yeah, if you go to LoLPro.com, you go to their Pro Guides section, you check the box for the Dominion filter, and you can watch. You can go down there and read all the guides for Dominion. There's even a general Dominion guide on LoLPro that I'll link that to you either after this game or before the next game. It'll get linked pretty shortly here, so that you guys can check that out. It was written by Corval, and it's an amazing introduction to League of Legends Dominion, how to play it, how to be effective. But let's talk about some of these bans here. We saw a... Ooh.
I gotcha. So Talon, Kha'Zix,
Yeah.
Nidalee, Elise into the 6 you see here. But
Okay.
Teemo ban, or Teemo pick.
Teemo made it through. Urgot made it through. We got Fancy J4 again.
Yep, that's a good combo, as you said, like the brick oven, right?
Yeah. And it's a toaster oven if it has one fire champ. It's a brick oven if it has both fire champs. And it's a microwave oven if it has Vigor. Because he's like physics and stuff, you know? And...
Casters are pretty good. I like that any key.
Well, hey, thank you.
Any key.
Who said that? They're cool.
The any key. What do you think I'm saying? It. Katarina.
Oh, awesome.
Reset champion coming out. I haven't seen one of them in a while.
The resets.
The resets.
Yeah, I gotta
It's the reset.
the
Man, I need that.
resets.
I need that sound clip of Scarra.
My battle cry was nerf my passive when pre-rework Katarina
That shouldn't be your battle cry.
playing her in Summoner's Rift. I just like pick up a triple or quad and like confetti an entire enemy team, and I just yell nerf my passive because her passive's really her ultimate. I mean, her ultimate does a few hundred damage, whereas 3 resets of her passive do how much damage total? Like way more than her ultimate. That passive is where it's at. It's the best thing about that champion.
Could be a Jax. Now, there is something to be said about hyper carries on Dominion, especially since you kind of skipped the laning phase. But I do remember back in the day when it first came out, back in 2011. Man, it's been a while.
If
Yeah, we
anybody
had
wants
like,
VODs of FourCourt casting the Dominion LAN, I found
yeah,
them.
yeah, it was horrendous but fun. But it was all like Jax and Akali and these hyper carries that once you get to 2 item sets, they just destroy everyone. Thankfully, it's evolved since then, but haven't seen a Jax in a while.
Yeah, Jax, for some reason, hasn't been being used as much, and it is in part because of that slightly squishier early game. When you want a champion that just goes all out crazy late game, you want usually a Vayne or a Kayle because they're a lot safer, they can hang back, they have that range going for them. Jax has to get up in your face, and for the first half of the game, he's noticeably easier to kill. In the later half of the game, it becomes an issue of, he didn't even have his ult up. I'm dead, he didn't even have his ult up. You just have that, why? Because Jax destroys you.
Now,
Ult
all
onto
right.
someone with Nocturne, just die. Well, Jax, amazing late game champion. If you can get him there, man, he really tears it up.
So I think I'm enough in the know to say that it's going to be an Urgot versus Yorick bot.
That would not surprise me in the slightest.
But we had Armed Weasel, well, we didn't have Armed Weasel, but we had Pantheon last game actually do the bot duties. But Yorick to me is a very solid, tanky, very hard to kill bottom lane. At least it was back, a few months ago. Last time I checked in on the meta, is it still pretty much the same?
Yeah, that matchup's still pretty similar to the way it used to be. Hasn't been too many changes in that regard.
Fair enough.
Still solid.
And that healing debuff gone as well. I mean,
Oh yeah, it
one
helps out a
goal.
lot.
It was all about tanky sustain. Tanky sustain, he just never leaves lane, and you can't gank him at all.
All that damage reduction.
Mhm.
Yorick and Urgot's passives are very powerful on this map because of it's 15%. It's great.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This will be game number 2. Aeon United there on your left. The Awesome Explosions Loli, or the AEL, going to be on your right, and they're up 1-0. So if Yorick and crew can take it home and hopefully teach Fancy Wolf how to play, it'll be a 2-0. Otherwise, this team of Diamond from SR
I
are
got
going to
a
drag it to game
couple
3.
requests for putting the chat bans on screen. I'm not sure where I have space to put them, to be honest. Usually I put them, you see where my cursor is, usually I put them right below here. There's 2 empty spots that I write them in at here. I can try to
put
fit
it,
them in on the side here.
Put them on the left in that band. Like it says Curse, CM Storm, Lonexes. Just put them on the far left.
Oh, I should put them in the dark spot
Maybe.
there?
Oh, it would be a nice single line. I can always just
yeah,
paste
no,
them
that's a
in
great
chat,
idea.
like-
Yeah, we'll do that. Thank you for
I'm writing everything down in Notepad, so I can just paste
Excellent.
them like that. No problem.
Okay, yeah, I'll add that title. Thank you, Wei, for the suggestion, and thank you, FourCourt, for helping pick out a place to put it.
Yeah, teamwork, OP.
So
We should be in the next Riot video.
I will have those in the. Sorry about having this on the screen, man. I know it looks.
Well, while you
Ugly.
set that up, because it'll take a few moments, Fancy Wolf actually is going to be rocking the Clairvoyance this time. So Fancy Wolf on the Jarvan. This is the 4th game in a row we've had a Clairvoyance. No duplicates. We also got a Garrison coming back from Tripes. But after that, Teemo does not have a revive.
Oh dear.
Teemo is Exhaust Ignite. So that is an interesting situation. Now, the other thing about Teemo is we've seen him banned continually up until this game. And the reason is simply because shrooms. AP, Teemo, shrooms. Just make life extremely difficult in terms of mobility because he just places them everywhere. And because of nerfs on our vision granting items, which we did actually see a Hextech Sweeper on Elise last time.
Okay.
I guess, it's just he's kind of risen a bit more in that tier list.
What were the chat bans for this game?
Talon, Kazakhs, Elise, and Italy.
I don't think I can write out the full names of them because I don't want to run over our sponsors' logos, but I think something like that will look good. So, chat, guys, if you like that, I'm gonna do that for the rest of the games here, this tournament, to make sure that you guys are informed as to what they are. I always want to get little icons, but I have to load too much stuff into XSplit for that.
Yes, ma'am, kabam is extremely right. Like, we don't have that revive on Teemo, so we're only going to get to kick him around the normal amount of times, not anything extra.
This not having revive makes him more dangerous in individual fights, but I mean, not having revive can be a liability at times, so you have to be aware of that. It just means if you want to 1v1 him, he does have an extra spell on you, and there's not a darn thing you can do about that.
So Teemo Shrooms, I mean, they're not an infinite length or anything, but they're
only 3 minutes here now too.
Yeah, they last 3 minutes, but as soon as you see one wink out on your minimap, you know that somebody hit it, which means they basically act as damaging wards in that effect. As I said, it makes mobility in the jungle really impossible, and the blind effect from Teemo, especially Scalar with the AP these days, not only can shut down somebody that's very auto attack heavy like Ezreal, which we don't see anymore this game, if you notice. But at the same time, it just really, really hurts.
Go ahead and introduce these two teams. This is Aeon United versus Awesome Explosion minus Loli. It's minus Loli because the Loli Brigade isn't playing today on the roster. Aeon United, Tripes playing as Vi, Alexa playing as Teemo, Kyoto playing as Urgot, Haeon playing as Jax, and Raspberry playing as Lulu. I'm one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and casting with me is
a FourCourtJester popping out of retirement to say hello to this vibrant community that I love and adore.
And so who do we have over on Awesome Explosion minus Loli's team?
The reason we have 5 bans per team, guys, is simply Dominion is a really powerful mindset for a lot of these champions. So there's a lot more ban-worthy choices these days, and it was commanded upon from down high that 5 bans is how it will be, and more or less, like, that's pretty much how every tournament's gone for, like, what, the last 6, 8, even last year.
It's been a while. The reason that we started doing 5 bans is because their map-specific balance changes are a very new thing. Wow, Vi, calm down. You're gonna,
yeah, seriously.
Vi, you're going to hurt yourself.
Funny stuff.
Dance.
Either way, 5 bans, so sunglasses, deal with it. All right, blue team. They are down 1-0. They are a team of diamonds coming out. Tripes on the Vi did a really fun cat and mouse, or cat and spider, I should say, last round. Alexa's going to be on that. Teemo, Kyoto on our Urgot, probably that bottom lane Urgot. Hyun on the Jackson, Raspberry on the Lulu. Big swap from a Gragas to a Lulu, but who do we have on the other side, Gander?
Over on the other side, we have Fancy Wolf playing as Jarvan, Stormfallen, Brand, Armed Weasel, Pantheon, Mitsuru 7, Katarina, and Corval, Yorick. No matter where I look, there's a champion making noise.
Yep.
And I have...
Just look in the middle.
I have all the noise turned off.
Ha! Nice, peaceful, semi-face looking at you. No noise.
Yep.
All good.
It's so quiet. You go to the speed train, it makes noise.
Well, can't win them all.
Probably can't hear it on the stream. It's really quiet.
They're off to the races.
These make noise.
Urgot and Yorick in the bot. In terms of the first, it's going to be Armed Weasel and Raspberry to pick those up. So Raspberry should be able to get to the fight a little bit quicker than Pantheon because she does have her innate speed up. And that's going to start off with our 8v8 top.
And it looks like Lulu and Pantheon are going to be the ones that arrive second. We'll see if the fight decides to break out before or after they get here. Lulu going around through the health relic side as opposed to this area. Ensures that Lulu won't get caught out of position by anyone. It's a little bit of a safer approach if you're worried. Slower, but safer.
They're going all out bottom. They're going all out bottom. Both exhausts actually going to be popped out here, and that should be the kill going for Corval. Just way too much to stand with those ghouls.
Oh man, early on, Corval picking up the first kill of the game. Urgot coming back with the revive immediately. So if he doesn't use that revive, Yorick can just walk over and freely capture that tower.
And that's going to be it. Fancy Wolf goes in. Aeon actually is going to leap away from that. Wolf, once again, just missing out every single skill, but it doesn't matter too much. Vi's going to drop, then Jax, and now Alexa as well. And that is a 4-kill cleanup in the top.
Those resets from Katarina, all the extra damage. Fancy Wolf helping Brand pick it up.
Did he even get a kill? I'm looking. No, he didn't even get a kill.
No, Fancy Wolf is 0-4. Support Jarvan Fancy Wolf.
Man.
Number 1, support J4 NA.
Just adding to that B-roll footage of him missing everything.
Oh man, I should make a compilation of just his Jarvan specific bloopers from this tournament. There's so much stuff we can do from this tournament media-wise. It's pretty nutty. Corval's really ahead with the harass against Kyoto down here.
So that was a very definitive win for the top for the AEL. So Fancy Wolf is going to come down here. He's kind of baiting it out, sorta. He's going to probably drop here, and he will. And that's going to be a 4-3 aggression. But we still have all the revives ready to go here from the AEL. So even if they lose this, they're going to come back just that much stronger. And they should be able to maintain their cap and their pressure. The problem for Kyoto bottom lane is this Corval, though.
Corval's been super aggressive pushing in and is able to unseat him from the tower once again. Tripes is up there. Looks like Corval's going to get a... Nope, not going to get a freebie on Jax.
Oh, the resets, the resets. I just saw so much potential right there from Mitsuru. But, man, off to the races. 4 cap right out the bat.
And Riseberry being airborne there, slowed for his troubles, going to be deterred from being able to make a play. Teemo not having revive actually hasn't come into play yet. So,
he hasn't died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's actually died. Sorry, my bad.
Well, he hasn't died at a super inconvenient time. I mean, he died, but it's like, what is he going to do if he comes back with that revive at that particular
I'm a little
death?
scared. We still have 4 revives.
Yeah, the revive advantage is heavily in Awesome Explosion's favor, which means they can afford to throw if they wanted to.
Aeon United, 3 people on bot. 3 people. That is 0 aggression top. That means we could probably even potentially start pressuring the factory.
Yeah, there's a little bit of time for them now to catch back up. They didn't make a play off of that. We see that many people in bottom. He's like, hey, wait a minute. We'll just push this.
Horrible. So ruthless. Just waited for them to all to leave. Kyoto just has to basically put his mechanical tail between his legs.
Yeah, it's a little brutal. It's like a Saiyan tail. It's his weakness. Gotta hide it. Urgot has to recall already. Kyoto has to go back.
Yeah, and that's going to be big pressure bottom. That's already this big pressure top. The 4 cap potential is still there, and the mindset of Aeon United is just at pieces right now.
Ooh, Fancy Wolf getting killed. That's the start of good things for them. Armweasel looks like he's going down next. They're managing to get him one at a time. Oh, the airborne, the slam dunk. Mitsuru does not get to make a play. Triple kill for the no revive Teemo.
The no revive Teemo grabs the triple. That should at least be the top. And the fun part is that that's going to be the quest on top of things. So that should help out Kyoto. That's going to be the ban drop. The ban drop doesn't kill the Teemo, but it will insta-give the Lulu. Goes for the double easy. And man, that defense coming out from AEL.
Oh, through that sear, the wrong direction. Looking for Teemo. They don't know if he's stealthed or not. So Tripes is like, what do I do?
Let's sigh. All right, Corval still pressuring this bottom. It is neutral, and he is going to have minions continually come his way. He's actually probably just going to go Kyoto right here.
He doesn't even use Omen of Death?
There we go.
Wow.
But he could potentially drop here. If he gets slowed, there's actually not going to be enough distance there for him to jump, but that's going to be the Flag and Drake from Fancy, and that is now 2 people here from the Aeon United to deal with this bottom point again.
There's the Cataclysm being thrown down, and the Omen of Death being used on Fancy Wolf there to keep him alive through Jax, because Jax beat him up pretty bad. Mitsuru coming down from the top. Looks like she can go for Lulu instead. Fancy Wolf has expired, and 5 down the bottom, no one up top.
Everybody is doing the tango down here, but look at that Brand. He's just going to sneak off to that factory while everybody is distracted. They will finally grab that point. Aeon United puts their 2nd cap back on the board, but the life lead is almost in excess of 200 hit points of this round.
Stormfall managing to not step on the mushroom. Mushrooms with their shorter timer on this particular map, because otherwise you get the Field of Dreams going and you don't really get to walk anywhere.
Times. Yeah. No vision items seem to be in the works quite yet. Fancy Wolf still 0, 3, and 4. Just going to continually point that out to him.
Yeah, he's not doing so well.
In fact, Corvo is hasn't dropped yet. Neither has the brand.
And Corval's 4-0-1, which is pretty good for a bottom laner. Tripe's going in for it. There's the Airborns. And is Fancy Wolf going to be able to pick up a kill here? Pantheon gets one. Pantheon gets two.
Looking for the third.
Fancy Wolf gets zero. Pantheon gets three.
Quad. The slowdown. That's the
Pantheon. Oh, the shield. The shield. No, what hit? Yes, spear. Get him. Quadra kill for Armed Weasel's Pantheon.
That's, I think, our third quadra we've seen in 4 games.
Nerds are getting killed, man.
That's a good way to put it. Nerds are definitely getting killed. 3-cap going to go back the way here of the AEL. The bottom is finally going to go back to Aeon, but I mean 4-0-1. If you look at the score, okay, that quadra actually put Pantheon in the lead for the score, and he's also sitting at 7-1-2. Hopefully everyone can see that. But 4-0-1 until that fight, it had been Corval actually highest points on the map until that fight.
Until then, yeah. Was usually don't see that.
You're number 1 now.
Yeah. I mean, the points really don't matter too much. It's just really strange to see a bottom laner up that high.
Like,
almost never happens. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Where the game's made up in... Oh, wait. Sorry,
where the game is not Summoner's Rift and the points don't matter.
Yes, the game's not Summoner's Rift, the points don't matter. And there's the escape out. Using counterattack is down for a few seconds, so that's kind of unfortunate. I'm sure he would have wanted to hold on to that.
A lot of pressure here at the factory. Got
oh, that's right. We have a lot of viewers. This is how you win games. What Awesome Explosion is doing right now. You don't turtle up on Windmill. Turtling up on Windmill is how you lose really fast, okay?
Yep.
Get control of Windmill. Get in the jungle. Get out of vision. Start picking people off. Start forcing positioning. If you just hang out at Windmill and let them get map position, you'll lose.
Nice moves there by Hyun. Gets out that dodge, avoids a good amount of damage, and is able to just leap to safety. But he is low hit points, and don't really foresee him doing too much in the next fight unless he goes back to heal. But Corval still forcing Kyoto out, and another neutralization.
And Corval's really just been working over Kyoto in the bottom lane, like from the beginning of the game onward. Looks like Corval is going to take a dive here, though.
Almost an escape from Tripes.
No, looks like he actually manages to get away.
Kyoto's probably going to drop right in here. Oh, good exhaust from Kyoto on top of Stormfall. Going to keep him alive. Doesn't have an ult ready to go either. Never mind.
And they can't get this bottom... Oh, Pantheon! Armed Weasel!
Run.
That's not necessary.
That's like Mario squashing a Goombot right there.
Oh, wow. That's a brilliant comparison. You're absolutely right. Dude! And he gets points for it, too!
Yep.
It's the same thing!
Cha-ching! Fancy Wolf not getting outplayed. Wow, he actually lived.
Oh, Fancy Wolf is a kill. The game has to end now.
Yeah, he got one in the last fight on the bottom, but Tripes and Weasel going toe-to-toe.
Kyoto and Corval having a disagreement again. Looks like Corval still distinctively has the advantage over his lane opponent down there. Alexa coming in from the back with a blind. That's going to mean bad things for Yorick.
What a rude lord. Yeah, bottom cap will go back to Aeon, but at a score of 450 to 70 and counting.
Ooh.
It's pretty much a wrapped-up game.
Yeah, they have an opportunity still to get Windmill and turn things around a little bit, but I think they're ahead by enough that Pantheon is the juggernaut.
And you can't stop the juggernaut?
This game has been 150% Armed Weasel.
That's just not fair, Wolf. You got the storm buff. You were towering over that Teemo, and you just obliterated him.
Teemo's like the size of Jarvan's hand there. Stormfall going to get picked off. Mitsuru, good ultimate from Mitsuru. Great positioning for it. Got a lot of ticks in on it. Many ticks, such ult. Amazing damage. Wow. Top part of the map. Minions being driven into the tower. Looks like they are going to be able to turn that around. Potentially get a neutral on it. Stall out the game. No, because bottom is... Oh, fancy. There's nothing on that tower.
With the brand there, I had a vision of Fancy Wolf just kind of skewering Teemo and setting up a campfire.
It's a barbecue. It's Korean barbecue.
Pretty much, yeah. Yordle flavor. Corval, however, will finally drop in a 2v1 bottom, but still, neutralization, and there's a man drop coming. Boom!
Armed Weasel, that's still not necessary. Oh, the shield. Oh, the Terror Capacitor. I thought I was going to get away for a moment there.
He can 2v1 this. Like, Mitsuru's
Yeah.
just here for moral support.
No, she's there because she wants kills.
Cheerleader
She's greedy.
Katarina. 20 points remaining, and this will be our quickest game yet. Just under the 13-minute mark, but it's been a pretty good and dominant series. Again, Diamond Borders. They
14
only score
assists,
so much.
J4. He's such a great assist, Jarvan. Just waiting on. There we go. That Grandmasters might proc. Fancy Wolf goes down. Nothing new there. Hits his revive.
And the countdown to the new year here, gents. 3, 2. Oh, no.
No.
Got neutralized.
Nope, got neutral.
No new year for you. Timo with the
Okay.
kill on Katarina.
So they have 3 towers.
Shroom
They
damage.
could conceivably come back from this.
The
It would
final
actually
countdown?
be really hard.
Is this the final countdown? They're putting in their licks.
Jax has to go in for this. They have to get Stormfallen. Can Alexa get Stormfallen? He does,
No.
but he's just a Teemo. He's
No.
just a splatter.
He is a Goomba on the way to
See
the
now,
one-up.
this is a part where, oh dear.
Kyoto with the position reverser. Corval doesn't care. He just gets a clone of himself. And who doesn't like a clone of himself?
Lulu's
They do
Lulu's
amazing
had
things.
enough. She's like, I can't. I got nothing. Really great from Aeon United in that first game. Second game did not go so well. They lost bottom lane so hard that they really were never able to get anything going up top.
That 4-0, man. Pantheon ended at 13-2 and 5. That 4-0 from him, that was like it. That was game right there.
That really set up the early game for him in a big way,
Really did,
and that just
yeah.
kept him running through. I mean,
Well,
Pantheon with as many kills as minutes in the game. That's how you know you did a good job with a champion, when you have as many kills as minutes in the game, or more.
Good to know Fancy has a team that can carry him.
Yeah, I mean,
Him.
best support J4NA.
Oh,
It's okay,
man.
Fancy. We still like you. Well, a portion of the community does. You might have lost
you
some fans
fancy.
over that.
Fancy. All right, next up, I hear we are going to be doing coverage on Sofando Cox.
Ooh. Sofanda Cox is a great team. They have a player, Generic, who plays a really good Brand, and Ezreal. He also plays an excellent LeBlanc. And hey, you know what? Speaking of Generic and LeBlanc, why don't you take a look at this real quick? LoLPro.com, one of our awesome sponsors. You go over their guide section, and if you want to learn how to be awesome at LeBlanc, you can go over here. Generic has written a guide for LeBlanc. You can click through that, and let me give you a short little preview here, because this is something that people don't know about these guides. They think, oh, I click on it, it's a page, it tells you some stuff. No. It's far more than this, because there are 6 pages of information here. There's little tabs up here at the top. Tell you a little bit about the author here, tell you a little bit about items, like what's situational, what do you build under what circumstances, why are the items that you get important in your core build, abilities, what to level first, when's the best time to use them, rune and mastery setup, the strategy and tactics section. This section, the strategy and tactics section, is what started winning me games, because 22 losses straight with LeBlanc. I had no idea what I was doing. I read this guide, I just followed the guide to the letter. I'm like, man, maybe this guy knows something I don't about LeBlanc. I mean, he wins with it in tournaments. I can't even win in solo queue. I'm going to do exactly what he says, no deviations, and then I won my first game. So guys, if you want to know how to play some LeBlanc, or you want to get started with any of the other champions that there are guides written for, just go ahead, go to LoLPro.com, and search for the champion of your choice, and learn a little bit more. We're going to go to a quick commercial real quick.
And knowledge is power. Star swipe.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. We'll be right back in just a moment.